Massive Overwatch 2 news. We have the patch notes for Season 4 Overwatch 2. Let's dive into them. Professional streamer. Overwatch 2 Season 4. Fight for a better future in Season 4. Our newest support hero, Lifeweaver, who hails from Thailand and wields Biolite, enters the fray. Battle Pass, Mythic Space Conqueror Sigma, earn free rewards. We know about Lifeweaver. We know about his abilities. We covered this in several videos. We know his kit, so we're just going to move forward and see things that we do not know yet. General updates. This patch is a rebase and will require a large download for all platforms. Accessibility. Added a setting to select custom colors for health, armor, shields, and overhealth in health bars. That's cool, so you can customize these. Improve preview feature for custom color settings with different preview backgrounds. Stranded spawn system. Regrouping with your team after getting stranded in a spawn room has never been easier. Spawn rooms that shut down due to capturing or losing an objective will now remain partially active for 7 seconds. While you still can change heroes in these spawn rooms, other new features have been activated. In these stranded spawns, the doors remain locked to the opposing team, the healing field remains active, and you can now use the interact key to instantly teleport to the new active spawn room. This is a huge change to the game and to the flow of the game. A lot of the times, like when you would cap a point, you'd be stuck with bad spawn. This time, for 7 seconds, you have a 7-second window to go back to where your team is about to respawn and group up together. Make sure to use this feature. This is going to be a huge game changer. It will prevent snowballing and it will make the games feel less stomp-y overall. Huge change. Happy to see how it's, curious to see how it's going to feel in game. Matchmaking. Good one. Backfilling players in unranked modes will now prioritize finding players closer to the skill level of the other players in the match. Minor optimizations for large groups, improving matchmaking quality. Matchmaking. Competitive updates. Top 500 leaderboard eligibility. Players will now be required to win 25 competitive games before being eligible to enter the top 500 leaderboard for a specific role, queue, or region. Previously, we only required 25 games to be completed regardless of winning prior to becoming eligible for the top 500 leaderboards. However, this change should help make sure players are consistently pushing. Okay, so 25 wins instead of 25 games. Good change. Competitive lever penalty changes. Matches left in different competitive queues are still considered separate for purposes of determining the length of suspensions or receiving a seasonal ban from competitive play. The start of a new competitive season also no longer fully resets the severity of these suspensions and bans. This should hopefully prevent players from leaving competitive games at the end of a season without facing meaningful consequences at the start of the next. Matches left in competitive play will also have a more negative effect on the player's skill tier and division after a 5-win competitive update. So if you have a lot of rage quitters, then they will suffer more. Finally. Competitive point rewards changes. Number of competitive points for a win have changed from 15 to 25. And now we all know that competitive points are given also considering the rating that you finished at has... Based on your final seasonal rank, they've been updated. Let's see. If you finish in bronze, you'll get 300 competitive points instead of 65. Wow, they're upping it a lot, dude. Wow, wait, what? Ending in silver, 450, previously 125. I'm gonna read from right to left. So bronze, 65 to 300, 125 to 450, 250 to 600, 500 to 800 in platinum, 750 to 1,000 in diamond, 1,000 to 1,250 to 1,200. Wait, why do you get less points in Masters and Grandmaster? Hey yo, why? Why? You get less points. Wait, what? Why? Wait, what did we do? Okay, maybe. I'm speculating here, okay? I swear, I have no knowledge, no nothing. Maybe they're trying to add more rewards in the future. This is why I think they upped it up. Or they probably have stats showing that if you're playing and finishing in bronze/silver, it might be very hard to actually grind enough to get a golden gun. Well, a golden gun. Wait, how many points is a golden gun? 3,000? 3,000, right? 3,000 points. Pfft. How were you expected to get a golden gun if you're bronze? This was a very unfair system. It's 40-50 season, very unfair. Now it's a little bit better. A little bit possible right now, so that you don't feel discouraged and be like, I'm never gonna get my golden gun. Competitive challenge titles. Okay. Ending in Diamond rank in Open Queue will earn the Diamond Open Challenger and Diamond Roll Challenger title. Okay, so people can't roll with these that much. Competitive match rank. The initial loading screen that shows all participants of competitive matches will now show an icon at the top of the screen representing the average skill tier and division of all players in that match. So in case you're in Silver and you get placed in a Diamond lobby, then you can be scared from the beginning that you shouldn't be placed into that Diamond lobby when you're actually a Silver player. Transparency, communication. This should provide players with a better comparison of their own rank to other players in the match. Good change. I would like them to extend this to top 500 as well, as in I like to see the ranks of the players that we're playing against or in our team. It's better than not having it. It is better than not having it. Seasonal rank decay removed. Starting with Season 4, a player's competitive rank will no longer be reduced at the beginning of a season. POG! Furthermore, the effects of this reduction of rank from previous seasons will also be removed. Depending on how many games they play during the previous season, most players will see their skill tier and division increase. A player's skill tier and division at the beginning of Season 4 will now closely match the matchmaker estimate of your current skill. So, the previous seasonal rank decay was causing considerable confusion for players, who would see players in the competitive games who did not appear to be of a similar rank. Often, these players were actually of similar skill, but they had not played enough games during the season to compensate for the initial decay. So I talk about the situation in which players are decayed, and then they play to make sure that you get a better understanding of what's happening rather than they're Silver, but actually they're not Silver, they're way higher. Visual representation. Competitive skill update and progression. Both the competitive progress and competitive update screens will now include information about a player's losses and ties as well as their wins. The competitive update screen will now provide players with an indication of the current percentage progress within a skill division. Wait, what? The competitive update screen will now also provide players with an indication of their current percentage progress within a skill division. This will hopefully make it more clear how the results of games played during the update affect a player's skill, tier, and division. So you actually have a quantification as to how close or how far away you are from getting to a certain skill division. It is possible for players to have a positive win/loss record, but not go up a skill division because the progress occurs entirely within a single division. This new message will allow players to see that they did in fact make positive progress, just not enough to reach a new skill tier or division. There is also a similar message with competitive updates for players who are Grandmaster 1, but not yet on the top 500 leaderboard. This should provide those players with feedback about their progress towards earning a spot on the top 500 leaderboard. This is good. And more visuals and stuff just removes out of the frustration that you're feeling, being like, bro, I won, why I'm not climbing? Now you can actually see that you're just 1% away. But imagine the rage of being 1% away from actually climbing. I'm happy to see that they want to share this stuff and have it available. This is good. Now let's dive into Hero Update Season 4. Tank first. Reinhardt. Armor health reduced from 300 to 250. Base health increased from 175 to 200. Developer comment. Reinhardt has been overperforming after the recent increases to his offensive capabilities. Those changes have been playing well, so to adjust his overall power, we're reducing his overall health through this armor reduction. So Reinhardt in theory should be a little bit easier to kill. I think he's still going to be kind of a strong pick. Sigma. What? Sigma, to me, seems like one of the most balanced heroes in the game. Accretion. That's a hard word. Impact damage reduced from 60 to 40. 80 total damage with explosion. You do less damage impact-wise. Knockdown duration increased from 0.8 to 1.1. Does this give you enough time to get a kill? They added a stun. Why did they added a stun? They increased his crowd control. They increased his crowd control and lowered down his damage a bit. No longer does 200. It's gonna be harder to one-shot. Can't one-shot anymore, but you have extra stun. I don't like this. Like, Roadhog's Chain Hook, Sigma's Accretion, and Primary Fire combo can be highly lethal and can feel like a guaranteed kill against 200 health targets. We're reducing the damage slightly to require an additional volley of Primary Fire, but are also increasing the stun duration to provide allies with more opportunities to follow up on successful impacts. So I guess the logic is, if it's frustrating to get hooked by Roadhog in one shot, then it is frustrating to get rocked by Sigma in one shot. This is what I think they have in mind with this. I personally don't think that Sigma's strength is in his combo. It's not a one-shot combo. It takes some time. I mean, hook is also not one-shot, because you hook, you pull, you shoot. Here you rock, you shoot, they dead. But I think that they should think about, my opinion, change some other numbers like his shield, his regen. It's less of a solo move and more of a team move. This will make it feel less frustrating to play against the Sigma if you're out of position. And it goes in the same balance philosophy as they had for Roadhog, I feel like. As in, nobody should be able from tanks to one-shot you, from what I can understand. It will sometimes feel, though, a bit more frustrating with the increased stun duration. We'll have to wait and see. That's it for tanks. Only 2 changes. Reinhardt nerf, Sigma nerf. I would consider this a nerf overall, because right now you have like a team that can follow up on this. I mean, he's a ranged tank. Why can't he one-shot in the first place? Good point. Ayo, ayo, ayo! Cassidy! Base health reduced from 225 to 200, and damage reduced from 131 to 120 to Magnetic Grenade. Finally! Developer comment. Magnetic Grenade only requiring 1 additional primary fire shot after sticking to a target was too reliable to execute on, and incredibly frustrating if you'd play against the Cassidy, even though it only works at close range. Nice joke! That's not at close range, he was still kind of medium to close range, I guess. We're reducing the total damage of Magnetic Grenade, evenly split between the direct target damage and explosion. The reduced fall-off damage buff his primary fire received recently enables Cassidy to play from a safer engagement ranges now, so we're reducing his health back to 200. Thank you. I do not think that this is the death of Cassidy. I do not think that this is the death of Cassidy. And I'm going to tell you why. 225 to 200... Soldier has 200. Like, if you're playing up super close, you might need to beat that beefed up like Reaper or May and stuff. But you need to get engaged to the damage. Cassidy, with that range buff, you can do consistent damage, dude. You know, 20 to 25. It's a good change. And about the Magnetic Grenade, before people are going to be like, but what is happening? Right now, he's dead. He's dead. Bro, correct me if I'm wrong. 120 with a grenade. Body shot is what? 80? Body shot is 80, I think. 80 or 90. It's 70. It's 70! Okay, it's 70. So, yeah, you're right. I'm bad at math. So 120 plus 70 is 190. 10 damage to finish a kill. I think the nade will still be strong, and I think teammates can still do 10 damage. It's 190 in total on squishies. I think it's a good change, and we'll have to wait and see if it's still going to be played or not. You're literally left with 10 HP. Let's see what's happening next. Sombra. EMP can now disable Blizzard. Developer comment. We're expanding when Sombra's EMP turns off to keep it consistent with how it affects other device-controlled ultimates. Okay, I'm a fan of this. Hear me out. I'm a fan of this. Thinking of like making Sombra more viable overall by countering ultimates. Kind of like how a support would, I guess. But I'm worried that this sets a precedent. Because what stops Blizzard right now from in the future being like, you know what? EMP can now disable Nano Boost. I'm scared. I'm kind of scared. I don't think she's gonna be played though. This literally is a buff in a direct matchup. She's buffed versus May. And these are the changes for DPS. Only 2 changes for DPS. Cassidy and Sombra. Wait a second, I saw Ana. Oh god, my heart is pounding. My heart is pounding. Ana, Sleep Dart. Maximum duration on tank heroes reduced to 30% from 5 to 3.5 seconds. Okay, give me, I'm reading the reasoning. Wait, chat. I'm Jimmy. We've been watching how effective Sleep Dart has been in 5 vs 5 gameplay. It has been overly disruptive as a whole, but since it is significantly more reliable to land against tank heroes due to their large hitboxes, and even more valuable to do so with only one tank in the field, we're reducing its maximum duration against those targets. So the reasoning is that it's easy, because it's easy to land sleep darts on a target, we're reducing how easy it is to do that. Okay, fine, then I don't know, maybe, because it's easy to land shots on somebody, maybe reduce the amount of damage that you can do to them. Like, I don't understand that. But here's the main issue with this. Okay, it's not about sleep dart landing, it's about, like, the ability to escape. Because Ana doesn't get anything when she sleep darts somebody. How many times have you been playing and ball dives you? Ball slams. And you save sleep dart, and you sleep dart ball, and then you start running away, and you don't have any mobility skills. Ball's gonna wake up a second and a half earlier, and he's gonna roll you. And then you know what's gonna happen? Wait, give me a second. Ana, wiki, Overwatch, ball, wiki, Overwatch. Let's do some fast scrolling. Ana, sleep dart. Let's see how long Ana's sleep dart is. Okay, Ana's sleep dart is 14 seconds. You know, ball slam, how much it is? To chase you, and his grappling hook is 5 seconds. And his pile driver is also 8 seconds. What is this? This is a little bit too much, dude. It's a little bit too much. You're gonna be stuck in situations. In which you're gonna be left alone, and the tanks will have an easier job at getting eliminations on you. Sleep dart cooldown should be refunded slightly too if it lands on a tank then. Exactly. Sleep dart on a tank is not meant to get the kill on the tank. It's meant to survive. I'm just curious, because right now, if you sleep dart a Winston in the back, you either run or somebody comes to help you. But in this case, you sleep dart the primal Winston. 3.5 seconds again. Bum, 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 bum. I don't agree with this. This is just going to be incredibly hard. And I don't think that in games, people are going to be like, yeah, so I'm going to sleep the tank because he's easy to hit and stuff. No. Literally, it's a big nerf overall. These 1.5 seconds will help you escape. It messes up timings. It messes up a lot of things. Also, Ramatra ult. This is the direct buff to all tanks that you can kind of do something against them if you play with Ana Sleep Dart. And I do not feel like Ana was the reason why some tanks were weaker than others. It wasn't Ana. It wasn't the Sleep Dart. I think that this is unnecessary. And I think that right now, we're going to have a rough time when somebody's going to dive us. Literally, like, if you go with heroes that can wake up and close the distance that you can cover in 3.5 seconds, you're going to get a gold. If your team doesn't help you. And let's be honest, playing in random rank games or quick play, not a lot of the times your teammates come back and help you. Too much. You know what you could do to compensate with this before I move on? Okay, fine, Blizzard. I sleep dart the tank, he stays asleep 3.5 seconds. But if I sleep dart the tank, I get increased movement speed to cover the exact amount of distance that I could cover in 1.5 seconds. That's what I would want. I sleep dart ball diving me, I get a speed boost for 1.5 seconds. The amount, I don't know the amount of speed. The amount of speed, calculate the amount of speed that it took me to close how far can I go in 1.5 seconds? That's it. So I can actually gun. Because this is what it means. Because if I sleep dart somebody, we either take the duel or I gun away. That's it. Give me an opportunity to escape. Because otherwise, I'm defenseless. And I'm just going to stay there and be like, oh my god, you're playing tank. Take me. You're playing tank. You're amazing. What? No. Let's move on. Don't agree with this. Brig. Rally. Oh, what is this? Brig now gains 100 restorable armor health pool for the duration of Rally. Brig no longer gradually builds temporary health like her nearby allies. Rally now upgrades her barrier shield, increasing both its size and health. Barrier health increased from 300 to 750 during the ultimate. These are the patch notes for Brig. I'm joking, there's more. During Rally, Shield Bash now impacts multiple enemies and briefly stuns them. Bonus movement speed reduced from 30 to 15, and repair pack range reduced from 30 to 25. Before my comments, I would like to read the developer comments. Rally lost some of its power with the change from granting allies additional armor to temporary health, and overall took a relatively long time to build up its defensive benefits. This rework is intended to keep it as a defensive ultimate ability, but with a more immediate impact due to gaining an increased armor health pool upfront and the enhanced barrier, which can be utilized to block for teammates while their temporary health builds or interrupts enemies with a stun. So TLDR, during her ultimate, Brig becomes a mini tank. She's tankier because instead of temporary health, she gets armor. She can stun multiple targets. View it as not as a mini shatter, because Brig stun has always been kind of short, but you can stun with it. That's the big thing. I don't think it should stun. You get it big, and it's 300 to 750. And to compensate for this, they lowered the movement speed while you cast this. Now, I have some concerns with this. Olaf has some concerns as well. The concern that I have is that initially when we're going to be hearing about this, which we are right now, everybody is going to be, me included, what the hell? Brig is back! Raid Boss Brig is back! But I just want to highlight the following. Blizzard recently has been really fast at making adjustments. And I think that in case GOAT's meta is upon us, in which Brig is just going to roll everybody through, this is very easily either reversible or adjusting the numbers. Now that we got this out of the way, what I think is going to happen is the following. I think she'll be played because literally tanks in Overwatch are broken. And if you can have the option of adding another tank at least 2-3 teamfights in a game, you will win that teamfight. Because right now, she's going to be like a mini Reinhardt. She has 750 HP in her shield. She's incredibly tanky, so hard to kill. She moves a bit slow. And she can also stun with this. Plus Echo Copy Brig. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. I think that just solely because of the tanking potential that Brig has, she'll be picked. Because right now, you just wait for Rally. You protect somebody, you're going to have Rally, and you should probably win the fight. The downside to it, though, and this is why I think Blizzard is probably confident with this, is the fact that she moves slower while doing so. So it's easier to kite. It's 15% movement speed instead of 30% that she has. It's easier to kite. So right now, the play is the following. What's going to happen is the following. Brig has ultimate. Take the fight, run. You will not win a team fight in which Brig has Rally. I think that this is a team fight winning ultimate, but you can kite it. So I'm a little bit worried about this. Might be too strong. This being said, I still want to try it out. I still want to see how it's going to feel like. You might see her being played, and I think it's an interesting concept. I personally would have wanted to see something else rather than increase the shield size. Okay, Mercy. Wait, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Wait, Moira. Oh my god, two more. Mercy. Olaf, I'm gonna feed you afterwards. Caduceus Staff. Healing per second increased from 45 to 55. Healing is no longer increased for allies under half health. Ayo. Okay. GA. Cooldown reduced from 2.5 to 1.5. Jump and crouch cancel active ability state duration increased from 1 to 1.5 seconds. The jump and crouch cancel active ability state can no longer be manually interrupted to begin the cooldown early. And support role passive healing is now active for the duration of Valkyrie. So they kind of reverted some of the changes that they did earlier. Developer comment. The recent increase to GA jump cancel mobility still needs to be kept in check in some way. But while the last iteration was simple, it also had some unintended effects, such as not being ready to use GA again after flying in and using Resurrect. True, she felt kind of clunky, she felt kind of bad with this sometimes. This revision provides more flexibility and allows Mercy to opt into an additional 1.5 second cooldown when using the increased mobility for the jump/crouch cancel options, or otherwise waiting for the base cooldown time. So you would have GA if you don't want to use it to the maximum potential. If you want to do it like shortly and stuff, you'd have it available faster. But if you want to do it longer, then you're gonna go on a longer cooldown from what I can understand. The increased healing multiplier condition on Caduceus staff was intended to help Mercy players feel more agency in trying to save critical health allies. My opinion was a little bit too strong. And add depth word to the healing mechanic without changing the total time to heal full health. However, the overall rebalance of the healing values received significant negative feedback both from those playing Mercy as those playing against. There wasn't a satisfying middle ground where you could reduce the potency of this effect while still having it feel more impactful, so reverting it. Mercy changes, yet again, I hope they're going to be satisfied with this change. I don't know if it's going to be stronger or weaker. We'll have to wait and see how it's going to feel in game. But I want to go to Moira. Moira. Fade can now be activating during Coalescence. TikTok Moiras, rejoice! Coalescence bonus movement speed reduced from 50 to 40. Biotic Grasp lingering heal duration increased from 2 to 3 seconds. Developer comments. Being able to use Faye during her Coalescence ultimate gives Moira more playmaking ability to be able by being able to reposition even more quickly and avoid potential threats with quick reactions. Due to more spread out playstyle of 5 vs 5, accurate, we're increasing the lingering heal duration for her primary fire, meaning it will heal more in total. Now, this will not make Moira, my opinion, meta at the highest tiers and stuff. I do not see team comps in which you would pick Moira compared to other heroes because this doesn't add utility to her kit. This just gives you more solo carry potential, and also she is literally becoming a massive... They increase the view of Moira, like the way they view Moira for what I feel like as the support that has to heal the most from the entire roster. This increases her healing a bunch. And this also lets her do a little bit more playmaking. She literally is a damage/heal bot. We have some map updates. New arcade map. Map polls have been disabled. Huge change. And some new changes to lighting and maps. New Queen Street Dawn. Hollywood Night. And that's about it, I guess. Workshop updation or bug fixes. Some bug fixes here and there. A pretty beefy patch. It's what you expect from a seasonal patch. I'm excited to see what's going to happen in Season 4 with some things. More excited than with others. Like, I can't wait to play Life Weaver, but I'm a little bit scared about how Diana Sleepdart would feel like. Mercy's going to feel like. I don't know if Moira's going to be played. And the biggest question mark for me is Brig. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. This being said, I hope we're going to have a bunch of fun. And if any hero is weaker or stronger than what they had in mind, I hope they're going to address the issues really fast. Okay, we're done. We are done chatting chatters. We are very much done. Lobzicode, Introvert, Hogster, Hachigoku, The Freaking Man, OCPZ, Soviet Onion, Lincoln, Augusti Honda, Ace, Dactor, Vac Vega, Avenging Unstable. Thank you for considering me your Prime. Options appreciated. Okay, chat, this was a massive patch. This was a massive patch. I'm going to go and feed Olaf because he's been meowing a bunch. Do you see the bug fix on Ashe? Wait, what's the bug fix on Ashe? Here goes. Ashe. Fix the buff that allowed Ashe to gain ultimate while Bob was active. Wait. Hasn't this always been in the game in the last couple of years? This has been in the game since forever. This has been a bug. And Wrecking Ball can still do it. They only fixed it for Ashe. Okay, they fixed this bug with Cassidy. Fixed an issue where in some cases Swift Step would fail to teleport to the player. Okay, visual with pingable stuff. Interesting. Kicking ball at mine last 20 seconds. He can farm ult that whole time. They should do this for ball as well, chat.